Hello everyone, how are you? This is Kei, good to see you. So finally, my throat is back and I'm feeling much better now. So now I have energy and do the video and live stream. So this is a video recording because I will be going out after this. So I won't be able to do live, but instead I wanted to share my analysis and my impression during the non-farm payrolls in the US today, which happens in about 10 minutes from now. So that's why I decided to record a video right now, this timing, and share exactly how I view the markets before and after the news, and also what I check during the news and so on. So let me now start that video recording. So let me switch screen first. Okay, and so first let me share the news website. So the news website that I'm using usually is this one over here, fx3.com. And if you click on the economic calendar, you can see all the news. And this is today, Friday, April 5th. And we have about, in 10 minutes, we have news in Canada, unemployment rate, and also in the US, non-farm payrolls. So these two are big news, especially non-farm payrolls in the US is really big. This happens every month. So every month on the first week Friday, non-farm payrolls is released. So it's gonna happen in 9 minutes now. So for the next 9 or 8 minutes, let me basically get the overview of the markets and share my view quickly. So let me now switch to trading view. Okay, and I simply check the daily time frame today. So let me share my impression so far. Right, and let me select some interesting markets for potential trade opportunities after the news. So in order to do that, I am looking for, now what I'm doing is I am screening charts like this and looking for the trending markets. And once the news happens, then these trends may accelerate. And that will be the best pairs. So for example, I just happened to find the Euro-Swiss franc daily time frame, and this one is bullish. It's up trend because as you know, I use Ichimoku Kinko Hyo as one of my main tools. And as you can see this market, I can see that the Kumo shape is getting thicker and bigger, and that means this is stably bullish in the long term. And Tenkan-sen is up, which is a short term, and the price above the Tenkan-sen, that means buyers dominant over sellers in the short term as well. And green Kijun-sen is also up. The angle itself is up. And Chikou span above the candles too. So I said that in a previous video that Swiss franc pairs are trending this week. And at the news, after the news release, if Swiss franc pairs continuously bullish, then most likely it continues next week. Or even today, I may be able to find a chance to trade on one of the Swiss franc pairs after the news. So that's one thing I'm checking when I screen charts before these big news events. So Euro-Swiss franc, I will definitely monitor closely. And to the resistance, there is only 50 pips. So at the news, it may reach close to the resistance, or it may even break the resistance and continues bullish. So when it happens, let's monitor together, and I will give you some impressions as well. So like this, when I scan charts, for example, pound USD is completely ranging. Although this is USD pair, one of the USD related pair, but since it's range, I don't really expect which way it's going. And Euro USD also. Euro USD is also range. The price is within the Kumo, Chikou span touching. So in this case, it's very difficult to trade because it's range and there's no direction. And as a trend follower, this is not the market to focus before news. So pound USD is range and pound JPY is range also, now consolidating. And pound CAD is not really trending right now. Overall, today is bullish, but overall it's all like range. And pound AUD is also range too. But one thing it's good that is it's about to break the support level of 1.9184. So let's see if it breaks the support or even Kumo on the daily time frame, so that the next week or by the end of today, the market may continue trend down. So I will mark this one, monitor this one too. And pound Swiss franc is bullish continuously, just like Euro Swiss franc. Kumo is up, Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen both bullish, Chikou span above candles, so I mark red. And the USD JPY is very close to the resistance, but if USD is bought and JPY sold at the news, it can break the resistance. To the resistance, there is only 50 or 60 pips or so, so it may break that resistance. So I check the USD JPY as well. And USD CAD is completely ranging, but again, this one is also near the resistance, and it's 1.3613. And this one, it may break the resistance, and once it does, we can expect the potential pips of 284 to take. So that's one thing that's good in terms of the target. So I monitor, and also this is called a P wave. P wave, it's a triangle range. So once the P wave breaks bullish, then from within today or next week onwards, it may break the trend line, and USD-CAD may be one of the best pairs in terms of the target. So I mark red on this one also. So and USD Swiss franc is now consolidating. Now the price is below the Tenkan Sen, so the bullish momentum is getting weaker. But if the price breaks the resistance, which is up, let's see, only 83 pips or so. So if it breaks the resistance, it may be bullish. So just in case, I mark red to monitor after or during the non-farm payrolls. So ADUC's range, it's in the Kumo, so there's not much movement, so I simply skip. ADJPY has been bullish, and there are 2 long wicks. So I can see that there's a strong resistance area here. So it may not break, but let's see. This is bullish in waves. So once it breaks bullish, this can be also one of the good pairs to trade. So I mark red. So yeah, this one is also about to break the resistance. So let's see if it does at the news. AD Swiss franc is also bullish. I mark red. It's going to happen in 3 minutes. And CAD JPY is retracing. And CD Swiss franc is also bullish. Kumo Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen, Chikou span. So I mark red. And finally, Swiss franc JPY is getting down and close to the support. So I will check this one too. So that means when the news happens and if the Swiss franc becomes strong, then we see potential bullish trends among the Swiss franc pairs. Okay, and relating to the Forex pairs, gold can be affected by the news. So let me check gold. Gold is not bullish too, so I mark red because the Kumo is up, Kijun Sen up, Tenkan Sen up, and Chikou span above candles. So at the news, the market may break the resistance and continues bullish. Right, so that's one thing also to monitor. That's XAU USD gold. So I will be monitoring these pairs in markets on the right side, as you can see in the trading view. So let's see. Now the news is gonna happen in 2 minutes. In 2 minutes. So let's wait. Now it's only 1 minute. And when the news happens, what I also check is the currency strength chart, the strength chart. So this strength chart is telling you the strength of each currency. So this refreshes every 5 minutes. So after news release, and if you refresh the website 5 minutes later, then you see the angles of each pair up and down. And that's also one thing, one of the easiest ways to capture exactly how the news affected. So not only non-farm payrolls, but also you can use this idea on any news. Today, I happen to be recording the video before the news, so I will mainly check the candlesticks. But if you happen to be after news, like 5-10 minutes or even 15-30 minutes after news, you can first check the strength chart and see how the market reacted. Oh, and as I talk already, that there's a reaction. Okay, so now, okay, before I check the charts, let me just do this because I think the impact was really huge. So the currency strength chart actually moved, the initial movement. So now I can see that the USD is up, the orange USD is so much bullish, and the euro is also bought, and the JPY is also bought, and pound is flat. Okay, pound is also up, pound is also bought, and AUD is down, AUD is sold, and the Swiss franc is sold. Okay, Swiss franc sold. So, and CAD is now it's bought. The purple CAD is up, so it's bought, and New Zealand dollar is now sold. Okay, so that's how we can tell by the news and how each currency was affected by the news. And based on that, you check the charts. So Swiss franc is sold, and USD is bought, and that means the Swiss franc pairs are all retracing. So let's check. Okay, before that, let me check the news result. So as a result, I can see that non-farm payrolls, so before it was 270, and consensus was 200, and the actual was 303K. So the result actual was much higher, much better than the previous, much better than the consensus. So in this case, usually this currency in this case is USD is bought. So yeah, and also one thing that's important to remember also before I check news is that I say you better stay away from all the markets. Sometimes I get the questions, so this is the news in the US. So can I just trade still pound JPY, for example? Because pound JPY is not the USD pair. So you won't be affected, right? And my answer is no, because it may be indirectly impacted. So as you can see the strength chart again, pound is sold very heavily, and JPY is bought very heavily too. The light blue is JPY, it's up, and the green pound is down, right? So this is not the USD pair, this is not the USD currency, but indirectly it affects like this. So that's why I say before this big news in any countries, any currencies, you better stay away, because we never know which way the market goes at the news. And I never trade at the news. So simply I wait until the market settles after news, and if I can see the next trend direction after news, that's the way I follow. So that's also one thing important to remember at the news. So now let's check. So first, Euro Swiss franc. So Euro Swiss franc, it has been bullish, and Swiss franc is sold, and Euro is now, let's see, Swiss franc is sold. So this pair is continuously bullish. but looks like the impact was not that much. So Euro and Swiss franc. So let me see. Euro is bought, Swiss franc is sold. So what's going to happen on the pair, on Euro Swiss franc as a pair? Will it be bullish or bearish? If Euro is bought, Swiss franc is sold, that means Euro Swiss franc is bullish. So looks like the market is, the news has been affected the market towards the major direction. But the strength was not enough to break the resistance. So let me now check 1 hour time frame. So 1 hour shows like this. At the news, there's still, this is not the bullish bar. This is bullish bar, but long wick up and down. So we can see that the impact was not that much. Okay, and let me also check the pound AUD. Pound AUD has been bearish, and I said to wait for the break of the support. But looks like the support level breakout didn't happen. Pound AUD. So pound was sold, AUD was sold too. So when these two currencies sold together, what's going to happen in the market? When pound is sold and AUD is also sold as a pair pound AUD, what's going to happen is this becomes range. It doesn't move, the market. So now it's consolidating and it didn't break the support. So that means from next week, I think it continues range. So next is pound Swiss franc. So pound Swiss franc pair, pound was sold and Swiss franc was sold also. So that means pound Swiss franc is now consolidating. And in fact, again, today is bullish. So I was expecting the price to go up and eventually breaks the resistance, but the news did not really fuel the market to go up. So let me just in case check 1 hour. 1 hour time frame shows now it's consolidating. It's a bearish bar. So there's a long wick pointing up. So initially it went up, but now it's getting down. It's sold and it's consolidating. So most likely, I think that this market goes range sideways after this. So looks like so far we have checked Euro Swiss franc, pound AUD, and pound Swiss franc, and these are not really moving towards the major direction after news. And USD/JPY. So USD/JPY, JPY is sold. JPY is bought as a light blue, and USD was also bought. So when two currencies bought at the same time, then that means this market consolidates. But in this case, technically speaking, USD is much more stronger than JPY. So in this case, as a pair USD/JPY, this one becomes bullish. So in fact, now it's bullish bar, and if I check the 1 hour time frame, it's also bullish bar. So USD/JPY may break the resistance within today or next week. And now it was before 62 pips to the resistance, but now it's only 34 pips to the resistance. So yeah, it can break the resistance anytime. But regarding the USD/JPY, Bank of Japan BOJ may intervene, so we may have to be careful. Even if it breaks the resistance, you may not be able to follow bullish trend. But USD/JPY now is having a potential breakout after the news. So let's check some other pairs. USD/CAD. Okay, USD/CAD, I have been waiting for the breakout of the resistance, and looks like the news fueled. The news has been supporting the breakout, and it's about to break. So let's see again. So the strength chart, USD was bought as we saw earlier, and CAD was sold, right? So USD is bought, CAD is sold, and this pair as a USD CAD becoming bullish after the news. So, and that's why it's breaking that resistance. So USD CAD looks the best pair to trade. So I mark, let's see, in this case, sorry, let me go to Forex. USD CAD I mark light blue because this one looks very good. Okay, so most likely USD CAD will be one of the best pair to trade after news. And let me check 1 hour time frame. And 1 hour shows a bullish bar, and this is at the news. The market was bought 65 pips. It's quite a big movement. So I think the correction should happen, and also I can see that the 1 hour Kumo is very thin. So that means I think the market retrace. I think the market retrace and bounce on the previous resistance 1.3613 and goes up this way, or it may break that level even and goes down to the previous 1 hour resistances, which is 1.3587, and bounce and goes up this way too. But either way, it's bullish, so I wait for the retracement and buy. Or maybe next week, Monday, Tuesday, I come back and get ready to trade. So that's USD CAD. So like this, I check the pairs and see what's gonna happen, what happens after the news. So I just wanted to give you some examples of how I look at the markets at the news. So I just stopped my analysis for now, but this is how I view the markets at the news, before and after the news. So again, before news, you must check the news website first and see what's gonna happen, what's coming up. But never speculate and never predict what's gonna happen at the news, because we never know how the market's gonna react by these news. All right, and also forgot to mention that CAD in Canada, unemployment rate was negative. This is worse than previous and worse than consensus. So in this case, usually the pair, in this case CAD, will be sold. And you can see that in fact CAD was sold because of that negative result on that unemployment rate report. So when, especially like in this case, when two news are together, then the impact among the markets becomes really big. So you really have to stay away from the market. Always come back after news and find the new direction, find the best pair to trade. And this is the safest way to trade before and after the news, and also to become a non-losing trader. That I said it's the most important part. Because the most important is, before you start to make profits, the most important is not to lose. So if you know how to avoid the drawdowns and how not to gamble, then if you apply strategies and continue with discipline, then you should be able to run profits over time. So that's how I view the markets after the big news. And I thought today is a good example, so just wanted to take a video and share that with you. So thank you very much for watching. If you liked it, please press the like button and please subscribe and hit the bell so that you get notified as I upload new videos or as I do the live stream in the future on my YouTube. So thank you very much again and hope to see you again soon. So till then, please stay healthy, stay safe, stay gold. Bye for now. Mata ne. Thank you very much.